everyone, thank you for tuning in again. I've had a lot of questions on things that I use for medication, probiotic, all of my maintenance, a summary of my medical drawer that I was asked. I'm going to split this up into probably 2 different videos. The first one's going to be all of my electrolyte probiotic, all of my stuff for rabbits that are lethargic, kind of that whole breakdown first. Then I'll make another video that covers all of the stuff that I actually get per prescription by my veterinary team. And again, I'm not giving doses in this video. I am not giving, other than names of stuff that I am using that I was given the okay by my veterinary team to use for my herd. You've got to talk to your own veterinary crew in order to find out what their opinion is, and every vet's different. I have 3 different vets I go to for stuff, and each one has kind of a different idea of how to treat something with the rabbits. And then there's a lot of vets that know nothing about rabbits. So it is very important that you find a vet that is capable of handling medications for animals this small, because even a friend of mine had her vet give her some medication for coccidia, and when they did, they overdosed the rabbit, and the rabbit ended up passing because of the overdose of the medication. So it's very important to work with your veterinary team to ensure that you're putting the right amount of medication into your animals. But this is just a breakdown of what I use for my crew. So first off, like I said, this video is going to be on all the probiotics, all the stuff that you can easily get your hands on without even anything. So I'm going to start off with Hydralyte, which this I get from Roe. I buy it by a 3-pound container. I do keep it in a sealed thing to keep everything out of it, but it is a granule that you mix in the water. And again, this is made by Roe. It's a probiotic, it's got hydration stuff in it. It's got a mix of everything in it. I do this once a week for my rabbits just to ensure that I make sure they're getting everything they need. Since we are a breeding facility, for me, it's a precautionary. If I go to shows, they get it. If there's a stressful situation, they get it. It kind of helps with just keeping them balanced on the hydration side. So that is Hydralyte. I get that from Roe, which that actually sits up here on top of the new box. So my next go-to is a B-complex. Now this is the injectable. For me, it works better than what the ingestible kind does. This I pull up into a syringe very easily. In just a second, I'll explain what's left in this drawer here in a minute. So, normal needle syringe. I draw it up into my syringe, I pull my cap off, and it goes right in the mouth. This will last about 3 to 4 days in your rabbit's system. And if you have a rabbit that's bloating, a rabbit that is not holding condition, it kind of helps with appetite, drinking, kind of everything, energy level. I've suggested this to a lot of my friends, and they have actually saved rabbits by using this. Again, something you can easily pick up. I am happy to share dosing on this if needed. That I use, that I was told was safe by my vet. So I get this at Southern States. You can also get it at Tractor Supply. You can also get it online. This is a very easily pick up for anyone. This is a cattle one. So this is for your other livestock. Pigs, cows, goats, chickens, any of it can have it. For shows, if I need to, I always keep Pedialyte on hand. This was what I was using before I got Hydralyte, but I keep it on hand. You never know if you need it. So another one I do is the probiotic, the Benback Plus. I don't use this that often. If I have a rabbit that is kind of bloaty and not acting right, I will use a ramekin. I mix a little bit of Hydralyte along with a little bit of the probiotic, since the other one already has probiotic in it. Anyway, you don't want to overload their gut. So I will mix it up in here. I will give them what I call a drench, which is when I give him probably 3 to 4 mLs straight down their throat. Again, this is what my vet and I have discussed. This is what is easy for me and what works for my animals. Always go to your local vet or whatever vet you trust in order to get information on what they think the dosing should be. And make sure they're good with rabbits. Again, I've seen vets kill rabbits because they send a dosage and it's not correct. So again, another probiotic. I was using this a lot till I got the Hydralyte. Now I just use the Hydralyte. It's really one thing and it's done. But this is just, always keep everything on hand. If you have a rabbit that's lethargic and doesn't seem necessarily right, you can use Red Cell. I am thinking about actually getting this in pellet form and mixing it in with their supplements. It's nothing bad in it for them. It helps out with the red blood count and the oxygen that's being absorbed in the blood. This was kind of something clever that I was taught a while back, and again, it's been extremely useful in the cases when I needed to use this. Now these here are Core Nutrition Bounce Back, which I use when I bring them home from the show, or if I'm at the show and they're not eating enough. Kind of just as a helper. It kind of has some properties in it to help them kind of chill out and helps their gut chill back out. The Core Nutrition Silver, I keep this on hand for bloat. Since it's a gas reducer, it's actually made for horses, is able to be downsized for rabbits, and it actually works really well for them. And then this is just another probiotic paste that I have. Again, at this point, this stuff just kind of sits here. So that is the end of the first video. If you have any questions, please let me know.